prices have the momentum, but the bulls just will not give up. Once again, we surpassed 110K today, but will this be enough in order to keep on going higher? Welcome back to FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. I'm Flex, and today we're diving into a full top-down analysis on Bitcoin. We're going to start from the higher time frames, work our way down to the lower time frames, and check to see if we find any good setups. Now remember, this is not financial advice, I'm just reading the charts. Alright guys, it's about 5:45 p.m. Eastern time, and the price of Bitcoin is currently at 109,425. Starting off here with the weekly chart, the weekly candle right now looks a little bit better. We're starting to see some green here. Before, we were starting to eat up the rest of this wick here, and it was red. We were getting close to that 50 moving average, which is at 102,361. Today we rebounded up all the way to about 111,300, but we did lose some ground since then. We broke 110K again. We got underneath that. So far, in order to stay bullish, we need to stay, first of all, above this 50 moving average, but we definitely got to get back above this 21 moving average at 112,789. We still have 3 days and 3 hours before this candle closes. Right now, the stochastics are rolling over, so we're in between right now. This candle says it all. It's an indecisive candle. When we head over to the 3-day chart, we see that the stochastics aren't reset yet. We still have a lot more room to continue going sideways before we could get up here, but at least so far we do have a green candle 1 day and 3 hours before that closes. Now heading over to the 2-day chart, we could see that same thing. We still need more time to be able to roll back up here. We did bounce off the 100 moving average at 108,382, so far this is looking a little bit bullish. This candle does close in about 2 hours and 15 minutes, so it's imperative that we stay above the 100 moving average if we can. Now on the daily chart, we have been messing around here with this 200 moving average. We've been losing it, we've regained it, we lost it again yesterday, and today so far we've regained above the 200 moving average. That's at 108,271. I have to remain slightly bullish just because we're above the moving average. We haven't really fully lost it yet completely. We do have this pending head and shoulder pattern that could break us down to about 93,000, 91,000, but so far, even though we broke the neckline, we made it back up. So far we're surviving. This could still end up being a right shoulder, more of a complex right shoulder, so we're not in the clear as of yet. The stochastics here are turning up, but we could easily roll over here. So far, if we could close this candle like this today, I remain slightly bullish. We head over to the 10-hour chart. We can see that the stochastics are rolling up. We are above the 21 moving average. This is giving me some type of inverted head and shoulder vibe. If that's the case, we could definitely probably get up above 112K, probably to 113, 114 again, and test those levels. Last time we got rejected off of 114K. We head over to the 4-hour chart. This is the probable head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder, head, and we could be making the right shoulder here if we roll over. The RSI is starting to point down. The stochastics RSI look like they want to roll over. If we roll over here, we pierce this neckline. This is a long head, so this could probably take us down to about 103, 104, maybe 102. It's imperative that we continue going up here on the stochastics and try to get above this 200 moving average. So far, we have been able to maintain above the 21 moving average, but for how long? Let's see what ends up happening. On the 1-hour chart here, we see that the stochastics are on the way down. We do have bearish diversions on the stochastics RSI. We haven't been able to make it up. Here we had tweezer tops, we fell over, we went back up, tweezer tops again, we rolled over. Right now we're starting to lose the 21 moving average. That's at 109,483. We're barely above it. We need to stay above this 200 moving average, which is at 108,771, in order to remain bullish. If we could reset the stochastics here and still stay above the 200 moving average, that gives us a chance to continue going up from here. Again, this is kind of giving me kind of like a inverted head and shoulder vibe, but this is a possible left shoulder. This is the head, and this is like a weird right shoulder. You could say it's a weird cup and handle, small handle here. I could say that we could probably be testing higher levels, but we cannot go below 109K. We definitely have to try to close today on the daily chart above 110K to stay bullish. On the 15-minute chart, we see that the stochastics have reset here, but look what was happening here early on. We were rolling around here on the bottom for a while, then we dragged on top, and now we're on the bottom again. It kind of looks like we want to roll over. We did lose the 21 moving average. We're trying to stay above the 80 moving average at the moment. It's imperative that we stay above this 200 moving average at 108,763 for the 15-minute. If we start losing this, then it looks like we could be going for more downside. So far today, it is looking a little bit more bullish. We did break 110. We still have some time, a couple hours before we close the daily candle close. As long as we can stay above the 200 moving average on this daily candle, that's all I ask for. But I would really want want to get above 110 and see if we could stay there until the weekly candle close, and maybe on Sunday we could get up higher. This could also be a possible double bottom here. One bottom, and this could be a double bottom, and maybe we could get up from here. This measure move will probably take us back to the 21 moving average. Something's telling me that we might want to go test 114K again, but I don't know if we're going to have enough strength to get beyond that. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe, and if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.